Today we're going to talk about the power of language. You know, as authors in the making, we're constantly thinking about language. How do we use it in our book? What voice do we use? How do we phrase a certain thought or idea? How do we share the message? What words? But let me ask you, authors, creators, how often do we think about the language we use every single day? Now, this is important because the language that we're using every day is the first basis for our thoughts. It's the first basis for, it's one of the basis for our thoughts. And those thoughts are the basis for our actions, our beliefs. And so if we find ourselves, stuck in inaction, if we find ourselves procrastinating, if we find ourselves not believing in ourselves, not taking that next step to become an author, that next step to write that next chapter, to develop that character, to bring that message out into the world, whatever it is in our life, if we find ourselves not taking that step, not taking action, it can often be traced back to the language in our heads. What we've been telling ourselves, what we have come to believe because we've repeated it over and over and over again. And then it becomes our truth. And then we take action based on our truths. And if those actions don't serve us, if those actions are not congruent with who we are and what we want and what we're becoming, then they're getting in the way. And so it's time to crush it with new language.